Usually, before I go shaking my tits for the press, I like to go see how the professionals do it. Some might say the chief of police has no business in an institution like this, but in fact it's the quietest and safest place in town. You won't run into any reporters, nobody gets into any fights, nobody drinks too much, nobody even raises their voice. The place is owned by an elderly gentleman who knows how to keep things under control. That's why I never invite my friends here. I wanted to make an exception for my 60th birthday, but most of my colleagues are young enough to be my sons, and they'd rather just hire prostitutes. Why stare at some boobs when you can take the whole package for yourself? But there's none of that in our club. Even looking too long is considered indecent. You can get an occasional glimpse, like by accident. The rest of the time you just pretend that you're immersed in conversation, or just come by for a drink. Doesn't mean these gentlemen wouldn't want their bald heads smothered in tits. It's just that nobody says it out loud. My younger colleagues might call it hypocrisy, but I call it the good old-fashioned manners. Good manners and leave the rest unsaid. She agrees to unbutton her blouse, and we agree not to pay too much attention. The girls are on a quiet prowl, too. They're looking for a way out of their cramped rooms. Maybe make friends with some wealthy patron with a pacemaker and dentures. Everybody wants something. But we have to control ourselves, or we'll all turn into libertines and prostitutes. Hell, if there weren't any rules, I'd be belching and farting, jumping up on the table, arms held high, yelling, "Shake it, baby!"
That's not true.
No idea how I got so barbaric.
Years of oppression will do that to you. Well, sorry for the cold opening, but this game has a story. And I got my horror lighting. This is the light I play horror games in. Usually on strategy games or, games without a story, I would have my other lights on. Or if it was a happy-go-lucky awesome game, I would have all my lights on. But this one, it's about policing a city. And it deals with some interesting things, as you saw by the opening there. So allow me to introduce you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This is the Police. Let's get right into it. Day 1, July 15th, Monday. Mayor Rogers is a sex maniac. Can I click these? No, okay. City Hall confirms rumor of Jack Boyd's resignation. The fact, Freiburg's number 1 paper. Okay, so the town's name is Freiburg. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Mark War 2 to be shown in Freiburg the day before the worldwide premiere by the mayor's personal request. I'm gonna go into work. Yeah, usually when the car cranks like that, it doesn't just immediately shut off, so this car's crap. Hard-working cop and his car don't even work right.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher.
Very wet outside.
This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. And I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same. Play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Oh, the game starts here. Okay, good morning. Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? The mayor discussed it with me. I've been expecting this bullshit from the mayor. Surprise. Okay then. I thought I'd be working as a policeman for another 5 to 10 years. I just want to serve the city. I'm very surprised, of course. Do you already know the name of your successor? I think it's a new man. I think it'll be department veteran. It'll be well, I would hope so. I would hope it'd be a department veteran. It'll most likely be one of my current employees. Yeah, that's what it should be. The mayor shouldn't just be bringing some dude over. That's how corruption starts. After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy, Francis Kendrick, said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? Perhaps. Sounds possible if he thinks the new office would help him serve the city a little longer. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? If it helps, no comment. No comment. I don't know yet. Usually I prefer to answer all questions, but in this situation I've got to say no comment. Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? Definitely. Possibly. It's often difficult to say what guides police policy decisions. Discretion. Thank you. Alright, that's it. Awesome.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick.
Okay, so something tells me we don't like Kendrick. Grab some pills. I wonder what the pills are for. Are they just for his back pain? Smoking a cigar, really? Those aren't even beneficial. They provide you with nothing.
As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place.
What a
Even the
douche.
floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
My back hurt. Let me go.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon.
Thought retirement age was 65.
180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me.
This dude just put my cigar out on the
I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
I'll do my best.
And quit smoking at the office. One of my friends will be using it soon.
I really don't like this mayor.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
That was a good one. Only assholes join the mafia. Well, I didn't plan on putting a mature rating on this, but it looks like I'm gonna have to. The police chief still unknown. Cleanness of city streets increased by 20%. This car, man. Change your starter.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Ready then. Okay, cool. Would you like to receive tips about how the game works? Show me what you got. Freeburg PD organizes upcoming work assignments into shifts for today and tomorrow. Every shift officer responds to crimes in progress, and detectives continue their investigations. You can freely move employees between shifts. All officers and detectives possess several important characteristics. Professionalism shows the overall efficiency level of your policeman. A figure around 150 is considered average. Any policeman who falls short of this mark is not entirely reliable. While those whose professionalism is considerably higher than average are a safe bet, even in a pinch. An individual's level of professionalism may rise or fall over the course of their career. Energy shows how tired the policemen are. The less energy your police have, the less reliable their work, and the police who is exhausted might fall asleep at the wheel or make a critical error on the job. Your employees lose 1 point of energy after each working day and restore 1 point after each day of rest. Really? So they have to rest after each day of work to normalize? That's not correct. I work 5 days a week and only get 2 days off. Your employees don't tell you everything. Some additional characteristics are hidden from view. For instance, some cops are lazy and will come up with any reason they can to take the day off, while others like to drink too much. You can only guess about these things, but you should be able to draw your own conclusions based on the behavior of your employees. I got 3 detectives, and one of them's name is Mole. Alright, so we got Asano here. Okay, wait, hold up. I can't do anything. Okay, this is B shift apparently. Alright, start the day, I guess. There's nothing I can do there. Oh my god, what is that huge turd looking thing? Oh, it was the cigar. It was the cigar. Okay, well this game's becoming quite interesting. Responding to calls is the bread and butter of police work. You'll need to send your officers to the crime scene before the timer expires. A mark on the map shows where the call came from. The further away the destination from the police station, the longer it will take for your officers to travel back and forth. So the longer your people will be tied up and unavailable for upcoming work.
110B in progress.
How do I do this? Okay. The easiest way to determine how difficult a task might be is to check how many units you are allowed to send on the call. The more units you can send, the more serious the alleged threat. Particularly risky missions give you the option to send SWAT, but they will be accompanied by at least 1 officer. The number of slots is not the only thing to consider. Excuse me again. Any available information from the location of the crime scene is to be present. Crime scene to the presence of weapons and so on. All of this can tell you how serious each case should be taken. A mission might look simple at first glance until it turns into a brutal meat grinder. Hey monkey, where's your organ grinder? Or a serious call can come in which turns out to be false alarm. Okay, now how do I assign officers? Okay, there we go. So I click this, and then I click this? Or do I just... Okay, I can send 2 officers. Time is not going up while I'm in this menu, so I can actually... Okay, a married couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in the parking lot back over a homeless man who's been digging through the trash can. The driver jumped out to help, but once he saw the man hit a bum, he got back in the van and quickly drove away. Price has a level of 5. Are you kidding me? Alright, we're gonna send these to... Don't judge me. I don't know what other crimes are gonna show up, and this case, you know, is a bum got hit by a van. It happens. I'm not saying that it's good or bad, I'm just saying it doesn't require super attention. We know what happened, we just gotta find the van that did it. So we check the surveillance cameras and get it done with. Okay, 2, no support, crime in progress. Okay, the last picture shows it's a fight. A A theater manager reports that during a showing of Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theater carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with the theater security guard. Okay, we're gonna need some good cops on that one. You know what? We don't need you. We'll send you two. We gotta break up the fight. So one of them, I'm hoping that one of them will keep everyone back, and then the other one will actually deter the man from fighting. And it's raining. Nice storm. Hit and run. When everything goes well, the police capture the criminal and nobody dies. But the truth is, sometimes the criminal manages to escape. Just try to avoid any dead cops or civilians. Dead cops will hurt your roster, and dead civilians bother the mayor even more than living. Offender escaped, officers unharmed. Well, great. Oh, wait. That's how much energy they have. Is that? How much energy? I don't know if that's how much energy they have or not. I think this thing on the green dashes on the slide is how much energy they have. And that is their reputation for their ability. Offender caught. Officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Yeah, see, one of them went up. I think, I don't know. Okay. Armed robbery in the suburbs. 3 teenagers armed with one shotgun, robbed a videotape store, porn, and made off with their whole collection of adult movies. Called it. The criminals fled in a car, but the store manager wrote down the license plate. The owner is one Janet Brown, who lives in the suburbs. Okay. Well, they have a shotgun. Let's send my best men.
311A in progress.
I have no one to send, so hopefully those other ones will come back soon. Oh yeah, there we go. They already come back. A fight. A brother and sister clashed with each other over the deceased father's will. According to one of their lawyers, we don't dare separate them, and our security guard is off duty tonight. Okay, this one should be simple enough. And our people are back. Okay, any more crimes? Any more crimes?
412A in progress.
Assault in the ghetto. A passerby saw some teenagers attack an elderly musician, then ran off with his guitar and money. Well, come on. It's in the ghetto. It doesn't inherently mean that it's a more dangerous place, but the game specifically gives it this picture and calls it a ghetto for a reason. By definition, not as safe as the suburbs.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Armed robbery in the suburbs. When your cops aren't sure how to proceed, they might contact you to ask you how to handle the situation. Try to deal with whatever comes up, but don't waste all your time on this stuff. You have plenty of other problems on your plate. So time goes up while I'm doing this? Yeah, time's not going up. The vehicle in question is parked right outside the Brown residence. The sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the living room window. Sneak into the house through the window, knock on the door, open up police, turn on the siren and loudspeaker, and shout out for the house run. That one sounds the safest. Yes! Make a good decision. I love strategy games. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Alright, and they're all making their way back. Sweet, 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 sweet.
311A complete.
We got the report on the fight. Offender escaped. Officers unharmed. Alright. Oh. Apparently this is a map. This is a very futuristic map.
412A complete.
reports of the assault in the ghetto. Offender escaped. Officers unharmed. Well, great. Should have sent 3 there. But at least no one got harmed. Okay, officers made it back. And we're good. Let's go ahead and end the day. Okay, if you think you'll need a couple of extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime. But if they're working flat out, they'll be much more exhausted. Somebody's bound to make a mistake. Okay, this will be for overtime. Alright, so I have 2 shifts. And I can ask them to come in and work overtime. Okay, so yeah, these are... That's their energy. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go with, alright, how do I... Order to work tomorrow? No. Should they... Yeah, we'll just go with... We'll just go with what they have. I don't know what tomorrow's gonna be.
Used to be when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Not entirely true. Your friends are your friends, but...
Called all of the people on that
guys.
list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand.
Who's Sam?
Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Yes, but you didn't have my mind operating your body. Alrighty. Well, we're nowhere near the intricate mechanisms of this game, but I unfortunately have to end the episode here. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm definitely going to be playing this game. I'll probably finish this game. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and you will see me in the next video.